Welcome to Mask Off Sports, the introverted sports podcast by no other than your boy Souls of Thought. This is episode number one, first installment of the Mask Off here, the introverted sports podcast. For those who do follow me on other platforms, I do have another sports show called 1181 that I do with Uncle Plug from Uncle Plug TV. With that being said, I wanted to provide a different point of view of sports, something that I can talk about on my own. Those who do follow me on Souls of Thought, I do have a very unique mindset. I am a certified alcohol and drug abuse counselor. I also have my education in the mental health world. Um, it's what I did when I was in the military. I did mental health for about 15 years. So when I look at conversations and I look at things that actually happen, I have a very different point of view than most people. But today in episode one, we have a rundown, and today's introverted take is going to be self-reflection. So self-reflection is going to be the introverted take for today when it comes to the sports topics that we're going to be discussing today. So here, I just wanted to break down the introverted take from the self-reflection from an introverted point of view. It says self-reflection isn't just something I do, it's where I live. While others may process life out loud, I process it internally. Every conversation, mistake, success, rejection, and missed opportunity often gets revisited long after the moment has passed. Not because I'm stuck in the past, but because I'm trying to understand the lesson hidden inside the experience. As an introvert, silence is not empty. It's where I analyze my choice, evaluate my character, and question my motives. It's where I ask myself difficult questions, and these are the top four. Did I communicate what I really meant? Was I being authentic or just avoiding conflict? Did I miss an opportunity because of fear? And am I growing or simply becoming comfortable? So here at Introverted Sports podcast called No Mask Off, that's what I'm going to do with you guys. I'm going to talk to you guys about different topics, different ways of life, and we're going to jump right into it today. I'm not going to hold you guys up. We're going to start off at the nightcap with Shay Shay, Ocho, and our boy Joe Johnson. We're going to start our first mass personnel is going to be AJ Brown. AJ Brown is going to be the first mask that we talk about. So I'm going to play the video and then we're going to discuss. So here we go.
Brown has been impressed by Drake May. I think what's most impressive to me is that he knows what he's doing. I really admire that he knows what he's talking about and he demands everyone else know as well. He's a true leader of men.
And a little shot, a little low key.
I was about to ask Ocho because I know Ocho. Ocho, what you thinking, Ocho? Tell me what you thinking, Ocho.
Hey, can he not give his quarterback? Can he not? He was asked a question. Allow him to be able to answer the quarterback and give his quarterback praise. That's all. You know,
they're gonna say why he didn't give his other quarterback praise like that.
Yeah,
he ain't got to be derated. Him and the other quarterback done won a Super Bowl. You know,
did he say he know what he doing?
And AJ, hold on, Jalen Hurts know what he doing. He got a ring.
I didn't know. Whoa. Hey, so let's just say for the sake of argument.
He talk about Drake May.
Hold on, let me finish.
Focus, man.
Hey, so let's just say for the sake of argument, if we just do a hypothetical here. Oh, Cowboy, you know you a Cowboy. Y'all don't see eye to eye anymore.
Yeah.
And she say the next guy, he know what he doing. He a real man. AJ don't shout at me. He talking. Can she give up new man credit?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. I think.
Hey, Joe, look at it, Joe. Joe, look at it, Joe.
I think
it is what it is. It is. Look, it seems to me, Ocho, after peeling about some layers and allegedly what transpired, I don't know how true it is, and we got to say allegedly. There's no love lost between, and everything that he says is going to be split, sliced,
right, dissected, yeah,
autopsy,
yeah. You know,
from above.
Yeah. he was asked a question about his quarterback, what his quarterback looks like. He's been there maybe a week and a half now, maybe 2 weeks. and he wants to know how things look. And obviously, we've seen Drake May play last year. He's a very, very good quarterback. I think
he is.
If he continues to have another season like he had last year, we're going to have conversations about him being in the top 10, which some might put him in right now, with consistency. So, I mean, A.J. Brown, he's working with a new quarterback, and he was asked what it's like playing with him. He just gave an honest answer. That's all.
Yeah, I think.
Come on, man.
But you know how it is, Ocho. You got to be real. Hey, you got to be real careful.
Yeah.
Because when you went and played with Tom, you knew that anything that you said to praise, you had to be very, very careful because it was going to be taken as a shot that you was taking at Carson.
Yeah.
You knew that.
Yeah.
You know how the one thing. Let's see, y'all let Ocho fool y'all. Ocho play dumb sometime on television. Ocho ain't dumb.
Yeah, he know how to do that with the stuff.
Hey, you let Ocho. Hey man, you come on now.
Hey, you got to understand. I'm extremely media savvy when that camera's
exactly.
And I'm asked certain questions. I know how to play that game.
Yes.
The game.
Look. Hey, when I got traded from Atlanta and went to Brooklyn, I'm playing with Darren Williams. Jeff Teague even talked about it. I was like, damn, I'm getting a chance to play with a all-star caliber point guard, a hell of a point guard. Teague took offense to that.
Yes.
He said it. He took offense to that, Ocho, that I said that I was going to play with a hell of a PG. Yeah, he took offense to it.
So as we see here with our first topic today of self-reflection, right? Coming from an introverted person, coming from someone who has been very in-depth when it comes to communication, I think this falls into, did I communicate what I really wanted? For those who don't know, A.J. Brown is no longer with the Philadelphia Eagles. Him and Jalen Hurts had a very somber separation. They had moments in the season, the past 2 seasons before him leaving, where he was reading books on the sideline. There was a lot of moments where people felt like they weren't on the same page. Those who recently have followed, you guys know A.J. Brown got married. Jalen Hurts wasn't a part of the wedding. He wasn't invited to the wedding. At one point, A.J. Brown was great friends with Jalen Hurts. With this being said, I think it's very unique in these situations of sports that this happens, right? And I think that's why sometimes it's hard to be quiet. I think when you're an introverted person, we tend to shut down, and people don't like that. And then down the road, people start to make assumptions, and then now we have to either back up the assumptions with our own reality, or we have to let everybody create their own narrative. I think A.J. Brown saying what he said about Drake May is just what he actually seen. I think him not talking enough when he was a Philadelphia Eagle is the reason why we think he's thinking things in a certain narrative, right? Or he's putting things in a certain perspective. I think the biggest thing, especially being like an introverted person, being introverted, the reflection can easily become overthinking, right? I think a lot of times in sports, this happens a lot. I think there's a lot of people who put on a helmet every day. Nobody knows who's under the helmet. Nobody knows the real person. Everybody's going out to do a job. Everybody's wearing a certain mask. Everybody's out here to do their position. You see here, you have pretty much 3 people with almost 3 different takes, right? Shannon Sharp is kind of going into the antagonist spot of where, hey, he said this just to make sure that people know that Jalen Hurts is not Drake May. And from what A.J. Brown is saying, Drake May might be a better leader than Jalen Hurts. Then you get to the middle where Ocho is saying, like, hey, man, he's just making a comment, man. I think we're reaching. I think this is something he's supposed to do. Drake May is his new quarterback to kind of kill the whole vibe of how people are going to think about the move. He's shutting it down and keeping it all about Drake May. And then Joe Johnson comes in with a real life experience, right? Joe Johnson goes to a point where he was in Atlanta playing with Jeff Teague on the 520 podcast, which we will get to today. But Jeff Teague felt a certain way because Joe Johnson talked about the new point guard, Darren Williams, that he got to play with. Joe Johnson wasn't saying it to slight Jeff Teague, but Jeff Teague took it in that way, right? So on Mask Off, our biggest thing is to talk about what's going on, right? Self-reflection. I think Joe Johnson is having a moment of self-reflection where he's able to now communicate like, hey, I can see how Jeff T could take it that way. That's not how I meant it, but after self-reflecting, I can see that's how he's taking it that way. And I think that's the biggest topic here, right? For those athletes who don't speak up, for those athletes who don't say too much, it's easy for messages to get misconstrued. But I think majority of the athletes you see today come from an introverted perspective, right? So I just think it was a very unique take. That's going to be topic number one for us in our introverted take self-reflection over there with the good old boys at Nightcap. And now we're going to move on to number two. We're going to move on to